ladies, I'm here on the show. I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL. I got the news from today. Wanted to talk about some news over the last some today and over the last few days. So let's get right into it. The news here from Ian Rappaport. First thing I want to talk about is hashtag Packers wide receiver Randall Cobb did not break his ankles. X-rays were negative, source said. He suffered a potential high ankle sprain, but will have MRI to determine the severity. So it's fortunate that the Packers receiver here, Randall Cobb, he didn't break his ankle. His X-rays were negative, but a potential high ankle sprain. Uh, he has an MRI to determine the severity, but it seems like he's gonna be out for a few weeks with the high ankle sprain. But fortunately, he didn't break it, because that's one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite targets this year. He's thrown to a lot is Mr. Randall Cobb, pretty underrated, I might add. So gonna hurt the Packers receiving core without Randall Cobb for the next few weeks, as that's one of Rodgers' favorite targets to throw to this year. Hashtag Dolphins cornerback Nick Needham has tore his Achilles, source said. Following the MRI, he'll see specialists, but his season is over. He's made a few pretty good plays this year for the Dolphins, and that secondary is Nick Needham. That could hurt their secondary a little bit. He's not like some superstar elite corner, but he's had some nice plays for the Dolphins secondary this year, so that sucks. He was having a pretty decent season, and now he tore his Achilles, and he's going to see specialists, but his season's over as he has tore his Achilles. Next thing we're talking about is hashtag Rams left tackle Joe Noteboom's injury might be an Achilles, Sean McVay says. So we've got two players that tore their Achilles, Mr. Nick Needham and now Rams left tackle Joe Noteboom. The Rams are very thin on the offensive line. They played terrible this year, now losing Joe Noteboom. The offensive line's going to be even worse. So this sucks for the Rams. Hashtag Titans are releasing wide receiver Josh Gordon off their practice squad. Source said he played in 2 games and did not record any stats. So they're releasing him off their practice squad. He played in 2 games this year, didn't record any stats, no catches, nothing like that. So the Titans are releasing him, and he just might be done in the NFL. I just don't know what team will give Josh Gordon a chance. And he had 2 games here, didn't record any stats. So he might be done. I mean, he might just be done at this point. Mayor Cooper and hashtag Titans agree on a stadium deal. Apparently, the Titans here might get a dome, which that'd be very cool. I've heard I looked at some tweets like it could be a dome, and it looks really nice. So it'll be a good looking stadium once it's revealed. Hashtag Broncos are expected to activate All-Pro safety Justin Simmons for tonight's game versus hashtag Chargers, source said. A week or so since they designated to return off-hour because of a quad injury. They could do the same for tight end Greg Dulcich, a potential offensive boost. Greg Dulcich, tight end offensive boost for the Broncos? I don't think so. Don't put offensive boost and Broncos in the same sentence. I mean, yeah, it's good they're getting their all-pro safety Justin Simmons back, but their defense hasn't been the problem this year. It's Russell Wilson and that offense. It's been terrible. I mean, it's not the defense. The defense has played really well. It's just the offense has not played good at all. So, Greg Dulcich isn't going to give him an offensive boost. He just isn't. Hashtag Bucks tight end Cameron Brate, who left the field on a backboard yesterday, went home on a team flight, was in good spirits, and had all of his follow-up scans negative. Source said he'll be monitored, but as it pertains to his neck, this is good news. So he was on a backboard yesterday, suffered an injury, but it seems he's in good spirits. His follow-up scans came back negative, no broken neck, no broken anything, so good spirits, so good for Cameron Brate. Source, the hashtag AT Cardinals have traded for hashtag Panthers wide receiver Robbie Anderson, a new wide receiver for Kyler Murray. Robbie Anderson used to be good, but he's just not that good anymore. Not a good receiver. He's washed. He's just not that good anymore. And the Cardinals went and got Robbie Anderson. He's just not good. And I don't think it's going to have that receiving core at all. Carolina has shopped Robbie Anderson recently, and all parties appeared on the same page, but rather than have to release him after yesterday, the hashtag Panthers were able to deal him to Arizona. But it's better to at least trade him and maybe get like a late round draft pick in return instead of releasing him and not getting anything out of it. So, that's the second thing about Robbie Anderson I want to talk about. And this last thing, the hashtag Cardinals owe Robbie Anderson the remaining $690,000 prorated portion of his base salary after the trade from the hashtag Panthers, who were looking to move Anderson as soon as Matt Rhule was fired like a week ago. So they were going to move Anderson. So they were going to move. We're going to move him soon. And Arizona landed him. We have some more news. Hashtag AZ Cardinals likely lost their starting left guard, sources say. The fears that Justin Pugh suffered a season-ending knee injury. He'll have additional tests to confirm. So the Cardinals have now lost their starting left guard for the season, Justin Pugh, due to a season-ending knee injury. So, tough for the Cardinals right there. Hashtag Bills are releasing linebacker Andre Smith. Sources said he is coming off a suspension that ends today. And the hashtag Titans are signing Josh Thompson, safety and special teams ace. So he's basically going to play safety sometimes in special teams. He's basically like an ace on the special teams. Their 53-man roster off the hashtag Jaguars practice squad. Hashtag Commanders QB Carson Wentz is facing a recovery time of roughly 4 to 6 weeks, and injured reserve is a consideration, sources tell me. He's currently in Los Angeles with a hand specialist because of his fractured ring finger. And then we got a follow-up tweet. He is set for surgery later today, sources say. So Carson Wentz, after that fractured ring finger, he's going to get a surgery later today. So hopefully everything goes well for Mr. Wentz, and he can come back soon. Might be a 4 to 6 week recovery time for Wentz. Some good news, but we finally have some good news for the Cardinals. Some good news for hashtag AZ Cardinals wide receiver Hollywood Brown. Following the MRI, his foot isn't as bad as was initially thought. It's a small, non-surgical fracture, source said, so his recovery time is about 6 weeks. He should be on the IR. On the second opinion, it said he'll probably be on the IR for a few weeks. He should come back, and with Hopkins, Rondale Moore, and Robbie Anderson. Sean McVay said they're looking to move running back Cam Akers to a new team, help him look for a fresh start, so they're going to try and move Cam Akers, as he just hasn't had a good start to the season this year. Probably just needs a new team at this point. Rams offensive line is trash. They're not going to be able to run the ball that good. The last thing I'll talk about is a Dak Prescott update. Finally, some good news. Hashtag Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy told reporters that QB Dak Prescott thumb is expected to be cleared today or tomorrow by the medical staff and practice Wednesday, and he'll be right at 6 weeks on Sunday. Sunday will be right at 6 weeks. So Dak Prescott is most likely going to play against the Detroit Lions on Sunday, as he's going to be cleared by the medical staff, and he'll be able to practice and then play against Detroit. So, that's all the NFL news. So leave a like, subscribe for more next Live. Peace.